mission to banging misses and videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the shit, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot shit, got all my people in red clothes. Styling my metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros like that.
Wanna party with me?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Walking His Ways Impact Wars podcast. First of all, welcome to the Walking His Ways Impact Wars podcast, broadcast from Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr. Tonight, our guest hails from Birmingham, Alabama, which is my home state, of course, come from Mobile. So my guest is actually 3 hours away from me, when I was used to live in Mobile to Birmingham. Her father served in the Navy while her mother worked as a real estate agent. However, our guest tonight will share a compelling story that led her from a place of darkness to a life filled with light. And I want to welcome Ashanti. Ashanti, thank you for taking time out of your productive schedule to come on the show tonight. I know you have an awesome story. You should want to share your story with the world, to a world that needs to hear your story, how you took a turn for the worse. By the grace of God, you made it out. So welcome to Walking His Ways Impact Wars podcast. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Give us a background on who you are. I think your mic muted. Oh, your mic is muted, MC. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Shanti, can you hear me? I can see a mouth moving, but it's not saying anything. Log out and log back in. Just log back out and log back in. See if you do it that way. Yeah, log out. I can't hear you. Log out. All right, log back in. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we have technical difficulties, so bear with us for a moment. So we're going to try to jump right back into this thing. I hope everybody having a great day. Of course, this is our Tuesday night edition of Walking This Way Impact Wars podcast. We are broadcasting once again out of DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. I'm glad and honored and the privilege to be back in your presence one more time, of course, here on this great Tuesday. It's already March the 12th, 2024. It's on the greatness, it's on the great things, on the things that's really all about being productive, getting things done, staying consistent on all things that you set out to do in life. And that's what it's all about. So I'm just waiting for my guest to time back in as we get this sound and stuff working. So we thank everybody for just being patient with us, of course. And then we're going to run this thing back one more time. So then we're going to do a quick commercial break and we're going to jump right back into, before we do it, get right back into our topic of discussion. We're going to see. We'll try this thing one more time.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yes. Okay. All right.
And like I said, thank you once again. Like I said, we're gonna do a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna jump into our Q&A conversation. So thank you for being with us.
I've always been told that I'm too small. I'm not big enough. I'm not fast enough. I don't have what it takes. I prepare so no one can take what is mine. No one can replace my mind, my heart. To be the best and stay there, sweat is necessary. I'm older. Of course I'm older. That's the beauty of it. 16 years plus. Different level of wisdom, different level of understanding, different level of punishment. I want to live long after my records have fallen, long after my rings have tarnished. And whatever you got to do to make sure you chase your legacy every second of your life. Will you be remembered? How would you be remembered? Why wouldn't you fight for the greatest achievement ever? Leave your mark to endure forever.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back here on the Walking This Way's Impact Wars podcast. I'm very excited and honored once again to be here on the podcast with you, of course. This is our Tuesday night edition, of course. And tonight's episode is How a Queen Left the Dope Game with my guest, Ashanti. She has a compelling story, a story that took a turn for the worse. And now she's here, alive and well, to tell her story, how she went from darkness to light. And you have a very compelling story, Ashanti, from your father being in the Navy, your mother being a real estate agent, but you took a drastic turn on the dark side. Before we get started with that, give us who you is, give us a background, and hey, the mic is yours.
All right, now thank you so much for bringing me on. And so you can hear me now, right?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. First, just want to give honor to God, who is the head of my life. I want to thank the Holy Spirit for opportunity. Want to thank Him for grace. Want to thank Him for love. Want to thank Him for wisdom, guidance, and understanding. I don't do nothing without bringing God into it first, because if it had not been for the Lord on my side, I wouldn't be here. So I first have to give honor to God, who is the head of my life. Now then, a little bit about me. It's so much to me. I'm 38 years young, but I got started hustling at 16. At the tender age of 16 is when I got started. My mother was a real estate agent. My father was a medic in the Navy, and we lived a good life. We stayed on military bases. We lived in probably like 10 to 15 states. We stayed all over, and we didn't have to want for anything. We didn't worry about nothing. However, my mom from Birmingham, Alabama, she was a street girl. And so my dad didn't know that side of her before they got together. He soon found out as they got together. And it seemed like everywhere we moved to, my mom would find out what a dope man was, because she ended up getting hooked on drugs. She'd find out what a dope man was, go get her score, go leave, disappear. My father would have to go find her, pull her out of different crack houses. And it just tore their marriage apart. And so when it kind of tore their marriage apart, me and my sister, I have one blood sister who's older than me. When it tore their marriage apart, we ended up going to live with my fraternal grandmother. We went to the country. We moved with my grandmother. My grandmother showed us a different way of living. We was country girls, so we walked the streets bare feet. We hunt, hike, fish, made tents in the backyard, throwing sheets over the clothesline. Like, it was real deal country living. You didn't care about clothes, shoes, no material stuff was important. We really had an amazing upbringing being with my grandmother. And so my father ended up reconnecting with the lady. He dated her when he was in high school. She's probably like 10 years younger than him. He ended up reconnecting with her. At the time, he didn't have much of nothing. And so she knew that she was picking him up off the floor, but she saw the potential in him. And so my stepmother, she stepped in. Her and my dad got together. She became the woman of the house. Now then, my stepmom is a country woman too, so she hard up. She was extremely hard on me, hard on my sister, hard on my uncle. My dad had a younger brother, which is our uncle, but we called him our brother too. However, he's our uncle. So she was hard on all of us. They always left the house. They'll run away. It'll leave me there. She'd pick at me. My sister ended up getting pregnant when she was like 17. Her boyfriend was a big time dope dealer in the country. She got pregnant by him. They moved off, got them a project. My uncle, he was an athlete, so he was doing his thing. He always stayed gone playing games, and it left me to be there. And so she would pick at me. And when I turned like 12, I was like, okay, enough is enough. I conjured up me a plan to run away. So I went to school that day, left school, came home. My folks, they had a bunch of cars. My stepmom, she a hardworking woman, and so is my father. And so they owned a lot of things. And they had multiple cars. I stole one of the cars, drove up there to the school, went and got my friend, saying that we finna run away and we going to Birmingham. Now, to come into the town, it's only one way. You got to come across the town bridge. Or if you go the other way, you're gonna leave out of you're gonna leave out of Alabama, going to Georgia. And so I had came up with this plan, like, well, we ain't gonna go across the town bridge because the sheriff and police always sit there. Instead, we're gonna go the long way. We're gonna go through Georgia just to get to Birmingham, even though we was in Cedar Bluff, Alabama. It made no sense. We ain't have no road map, but I said we out of here. Let's go. So I went and got her from the school, talked her into coming with me. We hit the road. About 20 minutes into our drive, the car started running hot. I pulled the car over. I think my dad had some antifreeze in the back. I pulled the car over, popped the hood. I started pouring antifreeze over everything under the hood. It said cooling, so I'm like, surely it's gonna cool it off. It messed it up even worse. So now we out here in the woods. We done found our way to my sister and her old man house because they had a trailer in the middle of nowhere. Found our way to their house. We break in. We in there chilling. We doing our thing. I called this older guy who I know. He was a truck driver. Now I'm 12, 13 years old. This man every bit of 24, 25. But when you country, you look older than what you are. So he probably thought I was about 18 and 19. My mindset and my skill set was of age, it seemed like, but I was super young. Call him, man. He came and got us. We hide out in his truck. We trying to get out of Birmingham. The police ends up pulling us over. They pull us over. They pull us out the man car. I go to juvenile. I go to juvenile. I'm in there for like 3 weeks. And so when I get out, I'm calling my mama like, hey, I want to go with my mama. I ain't had enough of this place. I'm done. I'm over it. Send me to Birmingham with my mama. Now that's when life started to change for me. I moved to Birmingham. Birmingham and Cherokee County, that's two different ball games. I moved to Birmingham. I think I'm like in middle school, ninth grade. I go through my ninth grade year, 10th grade year. At 16, I get pregnant. Finds out I'm pregnant. So that's when life had to change. I dealt with a lot of older guys. So at the time I got pregnant with my son, my oldest boy, he'll be 21 next month. When I got pregnant with him, I was dealing with like 3, 4 dope men, not dope boys, but dope men twice my age. And so I'm trying to figure out which one of them fathering my son at this time. All of them took good care of me. All of them looked out for me. All of them blessed me. I didn't have to worry about nothing. I looked at older than what I appeared. They knew how old I was, but I looked at older than what I appeared. I seemed older than what I appeared. My mindset was on 100. And so we just did our thing. Now then, because I'm seeing these guys get money, get to the bag, I'm the type, ain't nothing like having your own. I want to have my own. And so they took me under their wing, each one in their own way. We had our own relationship, but they all showed me how to hustle. They all showed me how to get me some money. So now I'm pregnant. Me and my friends, we skipping school, but instead of just skipping school, fucking off, I'm posted in the projects. I'm getting some money. It was this guy named Dre. And so some of the names I might use is gonna be good and fictional because then this is my story. This ain't their story. So I'm not gonna
Right,
put these
right.
people real names up here.
That's true. That's true. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I seen the guy Dre. Dre was a big timer, and he would be at the top of the hill. He'd be doing this thing, doing this thing, and whenever the fiends would come and they wouldn't have enough, he'd smack it out their hand, throw their money down, kind of handle them rough, and he wasn't taking no $10. Like he don't want that. So I was like, shoot, add up, I take it. So when he'll handle him at the top of the hill, I'd be at the bottom of the hill, like, hey, come here, I got you. So I started doing my thing. I had another friend named Shelly. She went to school with me. She was pregnant, and her and her baby dad they lived in the same apartments. So he was showing her how to get money. We looked up to Shelly. Shelly was big time, and we same age, both of us in the ninth grade, 10th grade, going to the school we going to. Shelly doing her thing. We'll skip school. We'll go to her house. She hustling. I'm hustling. We stacking our money up. I'm about to get ready to have my baby. Once I had my boy, I started dating somebody totally different. And now things are taking off because I'm getting money. I'm in a different bracket now. I'm getting some money. I'm meeting different type of guys. I was no longer dating the guys in my age bracket. All of them was older than me or doing their thing. So things started moving. My mom, we had got into it. She didn't want me to keep my baby at the time, and so she had put me out. And I remember like going to stay with a girl in the hood. That didn't work out. So my son's father, he was like, "Come live with me." I went to live with him for a little while. That didn't work out. The apartments we were in had lead in them. We stayed in one set of projects that had lead. So we ended up moving from the west side to the east side. Now, most females, everybody off the west side got a hustle about themselves. If you're from the west side, it's already known that you game tight. When I moved from the west side to the east side, I get over there. Them females, they was liking me, but they wasn't liking me. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was always dressed. I came over there with 2, 3 cars of my own. I'm 17. I got 3 cars. I'm dressed. I'm about my business. I'm handling myself, and they trying to figure out where this young girl come from and how she got so much hustle about herself. Well, y'all don't know my background. I was raised by some go getters. My mom was a go getter. My dad was a go getter. I've been around go getters. I got a child now, so now I ain't got no choice but to go and get it. So when I moved to the east side, I was staying next door to some young ladies. It's probably like 6 women in one apartment. And I never forget one night we was about to go out, and I used to dress all the time. On top of hustling, I boosted. And so I had hung around some older ladies that showed me how to go in the mall, go in there, get the clothes, come out. So I stayed fresh all the time. We go out one night, everybody got on my clothes. It's like 7 of us, and I dressed everybody from head to toe. So we go out, we go to this known club on the east side, and I meet a guy. I meet the guy. I ain't talked to him at first. I go to the mall about a week later. I see him again. And when he see me, he was like, "I remember you from the spot." I was like, "Yeah, I remember you too." We exchanged numbers. When he come to see me, he picked me up. He in a big old Escalade with some rims on there, beat in the car. We liked it this back then. So if you see a man doing this right here, you like, "Oh yeah, he's straight. He got some paper." I started dating him, not knowing he was one of the big timers on the east side. So now they really mad. Like, how she get over here and get him? Because all y'all been over here all this time, and he only been studying who he been studying, and now he want this random girl from the west that he don't even know. But once again, I got a flair about myself, so we doing our thing. We kicking it. Stuff is going good. He's whining, dining me. Listen, brother, when I tell you, that's Brandon. That's my brother from Texas.
Big shout out to
We,
Brandon. And also
I
for
love
going
Brandon.
further, big shout out to Miss Anderson out of the 3-in-1 service here in DFW. Big shout out to Mrs. Jones, also out of Fort Worth. So I want to give a big shout out to everybody for going further. So keep on going, Shanti.
And
Um,
thank
uh,
y'all for tuning in. I really can't see who's all tuned in. I just seen Brandon say something, so that's how I was able to see him. I
right.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah, for
Thank
going
you for tuning
further.
in.
Yeah, because Miss Anderson, Miss D said great testimony. Mrs. Jones said, right fictional, tell your story, Queen. Brandon said, testify. And Mrs. Jones said, speak Ashanti. And of course, Mrs. Jones, tell your brother, hey, Brandon. So you're getting some love. Everybody's popping in. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all have any questions, I'm going to let Ashanti keep telling her story. But if y'all have any questions, y'all want to ask Ashanti, go right ahead. Feel free. This is a transparent conversation. And I never knew what she went through until she told me what she went through, and I'm very glad. Go ahead and finish and tell your story.
And guys, I'm 38. I started hustling at 16, so there's no way that I can give it to you all in the raw on tonight. But I'm gonna give you, what I'm saying, as much as I can. You know what I mean? But there's no way you can get it all tonight. I've lived like I got stories for days long. I've really lived. I'm saying for real.
Well, yeah, if
I've
you got
lived.
a question too, because matter of fact, we got a question already in the comment section. Big shout out to Mrs. Jones in the Fort Worth area, Fort Worth, Texas. She said, "Have you written your book yet?" That's the question she want to ask you tonight.
Miss Jones, I have not. And let me tell you something. When I was probably like 22, going to dental assistant school, the dean, I used to go and sit in the dean's office and talk to her and her assistant. And the assistant, I broke down my story one day to her. She told me, then, girl, you got a book in you. About 2 years ago, because I'm very spiritual now. God has given me gifts of the spirit that I didn't even know I had even then. And I heard the Holy Spirit tell me one day, if you write your book, I'll make you a millionaire. He said, if you write your book, I'll make you a millionaire. I have not written the book yet. I've dealt with a lot of things and been through a lot of things, being disobedient to the voice of the Lord. I've been obedient, but I've also been disobedient to the voice of the Lord. That's why it's so imperative that I tell my story any way I can and everywhere that I can, because I just want, I gotta be. a visionary and show you how obedience is better than sacrifice. And when you listen to the Most High, He'll move on your behalf. But when you don't, you'll be whooped. When you don't, you're going to go through some suffering as a result of not listening. So, no, I have not written the book yet, but I was supposed to. I was
And also,
supposed to.
the next question, Ashanti. I don't know what Ms. Jones. Ms. Jones referred what you said. She said, "Do you still have a taste for it?" That's what she
To
asked.
hustle.
I
Um,
get. I
so
get.
so here's So here's the thing, Miss Jones, because before I got on, I was in the shower and I was like, God, give me the words, give me the wisdom, give me everything that you want me to say. And so I had said in my mind, I'm in this world, but I'm not of it. But here's the thing, I don't sell drugs no more. I don't hustle anymore, but I haven't came completely out of the world. I can't lie to you. I haven't came completely out. You understand me? I'm on my way, slowly but surely, but I haven't came completely out because there's still some worldly things that I take part in. There's
That's
still
it.
some worldly things.
And Mrs. Jones says, do. I've been there. I have a tenderness for it. The hustle is in you. I turned my hunger into a passion for giving and showing others how to get it the right way.
That
That was.
makes that makes two of us, Miss Jones. That makes two of us. So that's a lot of what I do today. You know what I mean? But no, I don't hustle no more. So so to get back into the story, because it's gonna lead up to that, the questions that you're asking me, and then you'll be able to get your answer. Um, I started dating that guy. He was coming to pick me up. The young ladies in the neighborhood, they was in their feelings because they were trying to figure out how he chose me over them and where I came from. But once again, because of this hustle in me, he liked everything about me. We're dating, we're doing our thing. He would come, thank you, Miss Anderson. He would come and drop work off on me all the time. Like he made sure I was straight. And one night we had went out to a nightclub and we got into it. I saw him talking to another woman. We got into it. And so even though I was young, I had this attitude about myself, like you can't touch me. I'm a badass. You can't whoop me. Ain't nobody finna mess with me. It's up. And so I told my friend to go tell him that if he didn't stop talking to that woman, I was gonna bust his windows out. Now, what I said that for, I have no idea. I went outside to leave. That man came outside the door. I had a blonde quick weave in at the time. He had snatched me by my hair up under a car and put a pistol to my neck and said, I'll kill you if you touch my vehicle. Right then I started praying. I said, if you're gonna kill me, make sure you go tell my son what you're doing so he'll know. I said, don't just kill me and leave me here. I'm talking crazy to this man. He got a pistol in my neck saying I'm gonna kill you about a car. And I'm like, yeah, make sure you go tell my son too, and go kiss my baby for me, and make sure you bury me properly. I'm talking crazy. Because at the time I'm under the influence.
Mm,
When I hustled, majority of the drugs that I sold, I used at the same time because I felt like, how am I gonna know if it's A1 if I don't try it myself?
mm,
So at the time, I'm under the influence. I'm under the influence. I'm talking crazy to him. He let me go. Somebody pulled him up off of me, said, man, get that girl a break. Leave her alone. They pulled him up off of me. He let me go. Me and my friend, we was getting ready to walk back to her apartments. And these guys pulled up. They said, hey, I seen what just happened to you. They're like, you need a break. Like, come get in the car with us. Come go with us. We just hopped. I'm like, yeah, F him. We hop in the car with these guys. We gone. We go to their neighborhood. We hang out with them. When we come back that morning, I thought somebody had set my, no, I thought somebody had stole my car. There was a car there that was set on fire, had been burnt down to a crisp. That man set my car on fire. Set my car on fire, burnt my car up, all for talking crazy to him that night. So when he set my car on fire, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I still got two other cars. So I go home, get another vehicle, bring it back to the projects, call my stepdad, tell him to go get the other car, bring it back to the projects. I'm out here talking cash money shit with 1 foot on one car, 1 foot on the other car. I'm just doing my thing, going off. I leave, I go home. On my way going home, I had a detour. My mom called me. She said, "Don't you bring your ass here." I said, "What's going on, mom?" She said, she said, "It's two men here at my door right now with pumps." He said, "He come to kill you." He said, "It's your mouth, and he come to kill you." I ended up getting stopped by the train tracks and had to go around the train tracks. And he had done flew over there to my house, him and his friend. And he was a known killer, and he was coming there to kill me. My son was up there talking. My sister was there from out of town. My mom, I could hear her talking to him, calming him down. Like, look, my baby love you. She talk about you all the time. She's not here. She has a son here. And I can hear him saying, I'm tired of her mouth. I come to kill her. God's so good. He had that train stopped so that I would not make it there. Now, I come on home. Me and him, we separate. We go on about our life. I go on about my life. I go to doing my thing. Now then, um, let's see. Let's go into. So I was about 17, 18 then. So I'm gonna skip around some. Like I said, I got stories for days. We'll go into when I was like I was about 19 now. So me and my mom get into it. My mom had a habit of stealing my dope, stealing my money, putting me out when I didn't want to give her something. We had went through something, me, her, and a friend. She put me and my friend out. I had another homegirl who had this old man she used to trick off with. And she was like, she took me over there to meet the man. And the man told me, he was like, Sean, he used to call me Sean. He said, I like you. He said, if you ever go through anything, here's my number, call me. When mama put me and my friend out, I was going through something. So I picked up the phone, I called that man and said, hey, you told me to call you if I ever need you. I need you. He came, pick me and my baby up, pick me and my friend up. My 20-year-old is like 2 years old at the time. Picks us up. We go over there to his house. We start staying there. So because we staying here now, I'm like, I know I'm gonna have to go with this man. I'm gonna have to have sex with him. I'm gonna have to, ease him in because we need somewhere to stay. So now we go together. He's like 60 years old at the time. I'm 18, 19. He about 60, but he hustling. So he would tell me, I'm gonna do the 20s, you gonna do the dimes. He don't know now. I've been a hustler, by the way. Like I'm about that life for real, for real. But I'm gonna let you play and think that you just penny pitching me. But the whole time I'm stacking up, stacking up, stacking up, stacking up. I had done saved $10,000 and hid it in the bathroom in the tile of the floor because I knew that I had an exit plan. I was gonna leave him. I had to go. One day we got into it real bad. I was working out in Liberty Park. We got into it. When we got into it, a friend of his had came to live with us. I didn't like the friend. I said, there's something about your friend that ain't right. He need to get from around us. I'm telling you, he a snake in the grass. The friend started stealing stuff from him. One day the friend and his friend was at the house and the friend gave him some bad drugs. And the boy OD'd at our house on the couch. The friend left him there. At the time, me and my old man had got into it. I went back to my mama's house. Now I remember this because this is one that move there saved my life. I went back to my mama's house. The next day, the guy brother came home from prison. He had did 20 years in prison. Came home from prison. Everybody was telling him that his baby brother was over there at Steve's house, Steve and Sean. And so I'm Sean, and this is Steve. So they said he over there at Steve and Sean's house. Well, Sean was gone at the time. I wasn't there. Steve was there. He gets there to the house. He looking for his brother. He see the brother on the couch. He thinking his brother sleep. They leave and go ride off. Him and Steve go about their business. When they come back, he shook his brother like, baby, bro, get up. I'm home. I'm home now. He said when he shook his brother, he seen the air bubble on his nose and knew that his brother was dead. Now, Black did 20 years in prison for murder and bank robbery. So he a killer. He a killer and a gangster. And now he found his brother dead at Steve and Sean's house. He like, what's really going on? But Sean was gone with her baby. So now Black has a plan to where he's gonna stay. He's gonna figure out what really happened with his brother. And once he get the autopsy back, if it's foul play, Black said he gonna kill everybody. Steve keeps trying to make me get close to Black. He like Black trying to get on his feet. I know you know where to work at. I know you know where to plug at. I want you to help him get on his feet. I tell him it's something about Black that I don't trust. I ain't trust his brother and I don't trust him. It's something about him that I don't trust. I'm telling you, I said he like the type that'll try to take over. Take your woman, take your baby, take over the trap, take over everything. You need to let him go on about his business. He like, no, I want you to help him. So now you forcing me to spend time with Black. You forcing me to spend time with him. On one occasion, I had pawned my herringbone. I had everybody's wearing big old herringbones. I had pawned my herringbone for like $800. I go to the pawn shop to make a payment. Black with me. I go in to make the payment. Black get out the car. He come in. The man was like, okay, we take your payment. Black see I'm short. He like, baby girl, how much more you need? I'm like, I got this. This is my business. Black go in his pocket, pay the rest of the tab. Boom, I got my necklace. So now you done found a way to ease yourself in with me. So now I'm like, okay, he might be all right. My old man had diabetes. He gets sick. So now you can't hold down the trap no more. Who you got holding it down? Me and Black. So now we sitting at the table. When they come, we doing our thing. We making the moves. One day the man came in. He said, man, I love how you and your girl operate. He said, man, y'all so solid. Steve be playing. He don't want to get nobody nothing, but y'all be showing love. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Instincts. I said, wait a minute. This ain't my man. My man back there sick. He got diabetes. He in the bed. I said, I'm his old lady. I'm holding it down. This nigga just stay with us. We doing him a favor. He was like, man, I could have sworn y'all was together. So he looked at me like, baby girl, we do make a good couple. I'm like, huh? Hell no. No. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew you was a snake. But hold up. So we spending time. We getting money, we holding it down. We the trap booming. One day I'm coming home from work. At the time I was driving Black dead brother van. Okay. Because even though you getting money, you still have to keep a low profile. I wasn't high side all the time, only when we stepped out. But if whoever's on the outside looking in, I ain't got nothing. So I'm driving that beat up van coming home from work. The van break down on me. I walk 15 miles to the house. I'm pissed. I'm mad. I'm heated. I'm done. I'm done with everybody. Black come and get me off the highway. I get off the highway. That day there, I go put down on a duplex. Remember that money I said I was saving in the bathroom and under the towel? I go buy a whole duplex on the east side. Boom. I'm done. I'm finna leave my old man. The time has came now. I'm finna get up out of here. Because I done walk 15 miles. You done, sir. Stick a fork in you. It's a wrap. I go over there to the house. I have Black take me over there. And I said, stop me by somewhere I need to do something while I'm there. When Black take me over there, I go in. He come in behind me. He looking around. I told him I was finna clean somebody's house. He said, this your spot, ain't it? I didn't say nothing at first. He said, this your spot. He said, you finna leave him, ain't it? I said, yeah, I am. At this moment, y'all, this is where I drop the ball. This is where I get weak in my flesh. And this is where I fall victim. When I told him, yeah, I just bought this place. Yeah, I'm finna leave. I confirmed what he said. At that moment, Black, who done did 20 years in prison, sexy chocolate, muscled up, do you hear me? Fresh to death, picks me up, sets me on the countertop, and boom, we go at it. Mind you, I'm 18, my old man 60. So you know he can't get it up. I'm gonna be real. He couldn't get it up. So he went putting it down. We had been together about a year. I ain't been fucked good in a year at this point. So I let Black do his thing and have his way with me. I do. And here I'm thinking, it's gonna be a one-time thing. It's gonna be cool. We're gonna go back to our life. Shh. Black had an agenda like I thought he did. He had a whole plan. That one time led to another time, then it led to another time until one day we had went over there to my spot. We done kicked it. We on our way back to the trap where I still live with my man. I got this other spot, but I'm still living with my man. We go to the house. When we walk in, my old man, he's sitting in the room with the fiends. They doing their thing. I never forget. He was cutting up some work. And Black comes in. He was like, this ain't your girl no more. This ain't your spot no more. That ain't your son no more. He was like, she belonged to me and I'm taking over everything. What? We ain't discussed this. He said, I'm taking over everything. It's a wrap. At this moment, they started tussling. My old man dropped the pistol. When he dropped the pistol on the ground, I picked the pistol up. And in a split second, I got to decide what I'm about to do. Am I going to put it on the man that's been taking care of me, took me in when I ain't had nowhere to go, when my mama kicked me to the curb, when I was down on my luck, when my dick was in the dirt? Do I put it on him? Or do I put it on this cold-blooded killer who I know will off everybody in here if I don't go ahead and leave with him? Because by now I picked up on his spirit, and he ain't came to play. I had about 4 to 5 seconds. And I put it on my old man. I said, I'm sorry. I said, I'm so sorry. I love you. I'm so sorry. And he just looked at me with tears in his eyes. He said, I can't believe this. He's like, I can't believe this. He's like, anybody but him. And I said, you gave me no choice. You gave me no choice. So I'm talking to him while the gun is pointed at him. I'm like, I'm sorry. But he don't know I'm doing this to save all of us. Because if I don't, Black gonna kill everybody. Black wanted to be played with. He gonna kill everybody. He's already pissed because he think he think we got something to do with his brother. Even though I wasn't even there. And had I not developed a relationship with him, we all would have been dead a long time ago. Because he had done failed for me. He knew my character now. Like, no, she didn't have nothing to do with that. So Black sits everybody down in the living room and he running down like, you mine. This our spot. He can't make no more money unless I say so. And that's that. Okay. So we leave. We go to the spot. Things is going good. He whining, dining me, opening doors for me, bringing me flowers home every day. One day I disagreed with something that he said. And that's when for a year straight I went through torture and abuse. Black was kicking my butt every day. Do you hear me? I'm talking about every day I was fending for my life. Every day I was fighting for my life. It was a situation where I gotta kill you today. I gotta kill you today. And I'm like, what I do today? I ain't even did nothing. You gonna die today. He'll wake up that morning and be like, before the day is out, you'll be dead. And I'm begging and I'm pleading for my life every day. And I would see Steve, and he would be like, I hate that for you. I hate that for you. He said, I know what you're going through because the streets talk. He said, I hate that for you. He said, you could have left me for anybody but him. And I said, man, it wasn't even like that. You pushed me to that man. You pushed that man on me. I told you to get him out of our house, and you wouldn't do it. I said, you gave me no choice. True enough, I'd have messed up, but you gave me no choice. So now, Black, we getting money, but we getting high. We getting money, but we getting high. And when he get high, he'll let the drugs take over him so bad to where he would just beat me for fun. This man had to stab me in the leg one day. I went through that era of my life, the Black era. Man, when I tell you, my God, the Black era. One day he had beat me up so bad, and I had put my glasses on. I went over there to my mama's house, and my mom was like, "Take them glasses off." I was holding my baby. He was standing in the door in the corner, and my mama said, "Take them glasses off." And he looked at me and was like if you do, and you reveal what I've been doing to you, I'ma snap your neck. And he had me so brainwashed to where it's like I'm gonna kill everybody. But here's the thing: he would have killed everybody. Like I know without a shadow of a doubt, he would have did it to everybody. And so I couldn't subject my family to this. I didn't even go around my mama no more. I didn't go around my folks no more. People, when they would see me, I would have my head down. I'm a known go-getter. I'm known for handling business. And when you see me, I don't even speak no more. I don't even walk with my head up no more. I'm just walking down like this for a whole year. I'm being tortured. I'm going through it. One night I had went out to the club. I used to go to this club and get some money. There was this guy in there. The guy was the guy who left his brother for dead. Shit's crazy, y'all. So the guy was in the club that night. He was trying to holler at me. I said, please, no. I said, don't say nothing to me. You already know who my man is. He gonna kill us all. Because everything resulted in him killing everybody. I said, he gonna kill us all. That night I get home, my old man said, yeah, my cousin told me he saw you in the club with such and such. I said, man, your cousin is a lie. Please, no. That man picked me up by my throat with my feet dangling in the air. He called the boy. He said, tell the truth. Was you talking to her? I'm in the background saying, please don't lie. Please don't lie. I'm dead and you next if you lie. The boy says, yes, he lied. Because you in your feeling that I went and talked to you, you lied. Not knowing I'm over here dangling in the air. He dropped me down to the ground. He left. This brought about a 2-week saga of just mental mind abuse. I was leaving one day, and there was a pastor that stayed across the street from us. I got ready to leave one day, and the pastor was in his door jacking off. The pastor was in his door jacking off. And when I seen it, I went back in the house. I told my old man. The next day I'm at home. I was laid in the bed. He come in the door. I hear something hit the ground. Dude, I go in the living room. It's the pastor tied up by his hands and his feet. He take the tape off the pastor's mouth. He said, now, what you did yesterday, apologize to her. The pastor's scared for his life. I'm like, oh my God, I shouldn't even open my mouth, man. Oh my God. But the man had a way with me to where if I didn't tell him everything, it's like he knew. I feel like he had cameras on the whole street or something. Like it's like no matter if I didn't tell him, he was gonna know what happened. He done found a way to get the pastor to bring the church's money to him every Sunday for like the next 2 months. He made the pastor pay him for that. And the pastor ended up moving. It was like 4 families on our block that had moved because his terror. Literally. Like he was a terrorizer. How I ended up leaving, it brought about a whole weekend of him just torture, abuse, torture, and abuse. One day we was riding down the street. He had done beat me up so bad. I seen a police passing by us. I got ready to grab the door handle like I was gonna jump out. He said, if you do, I'm gonna throw you out and I'm gonna shoot the police. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, just chill out, relax. He take me to an alley. He tell me to get out the car. It's an abandoned house. He tell me to go down in the house. Right then, I said, you know what? I've had enough. Enough is enough. I got on my hands and my knees. I said, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it right here. You're gonna have to drag me in there so my folks can find me. I ain't going in that house. But if you do it in there, my folks will never find me. He shot by my head. shot in the ground by my head. I'm looking at the car door is open. I'm trying to see if I got enough time to run to the car. He said, go for it. It's like he knew my thoughts. He said, go for it. I'm going to gun you down. So I didn't move. Now, we going back to the house. He go in the store. I called my sister from the country. I said, listen, I need your help, and I need your help bad. Like, please, you got to get down here. At the time, it's 2 hour drive away. I tell my sister, I find a way to let him take my baby to my mama's house. I get my sister to come down. We go to the house. He's petting on me now. I'm so sorry. I love you. I won't hurt you no more. Then you do this after you beat me up all the time. You always want to apologize now. So he's like, I'm so sorry. You want something to eat? I tell him to go to Wendy's and get me a baked potato and a chili. He told me that when he got to the Wendy's, I never said I wanted nothing on the baked potato, and that's what threw him off. Who eats a plain baked potato? That's what made him come back to the house. When he come back to the house, I hear him pulling up in the driveway. My sister just getting off the freeway on First Avenue. I hear him pulling up. I hear the door, the key turning. I run out the back door, run out the house, run through the alley. I run out there in the middle of traffic. My sister pulling up. Boom. I jump in the car with her. We go fly and get my baby. We gone. I'm out of there. I leave Birmingham. I go to the country. No shoes on my feet, nothing but the clothes on my back. I get down there. I'm down here like 2 weeks. I'm trying to get my mind right, get myself back together. Next thing I know, I'm at my brother-in-law's house. The house phone started ringing. It's him. He said, y'all been gone long enough. I'm down here. He said, I know where your brother stay. I'm at the town Walmart. I know where you at. I been knew where you was at. Y'all got 10 minutes to bring you. They got 10 minutes to get you here, or I'm killing everybody. I look at my sister. I said, I gotta go. She like, forget him. He ain't gonna do this. He ain't gonna do that. If he called to the house, he know where I am. I gotta go. You gonna go back with him? If y'all wanna live, I gotta go. I go back. I go back. Back in Birmingham. Back going through the motions. Back going through the torture. I get another opportunity to leave. This time when I leave, I don't come back. I go further into the woods this time. And when I go further into the woods, it took like 3 months for my folks to break that psychological hold on me. When I tell you God did a number on me, when I tell you God is good and he is so real, God had my people praying over me day and night, anointing me day and night. I'm talking about breaking them chains off of my mind because I thought this man was Michael Myers. I'd be looking out the window like, there he go, there he go, there he go. And this time I knew he didn't know where I was. I knew he didn't know. Now I'm down here where I'm from. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no job. All my opportunities are back in Birmingham. I start working at McDonald's. I get me 3 checks. I run into one of my cousin's baby mamas, this white girl named Sarah. Sarah knew all the people who smoked. She knew all the people who snorted pot. She knew all the people who did all the drugs. Sarah had a white homeboy named Tommy. Tommy liked black girls. Me and Tommy link up. I move in with Tommy. He stayed on the lake. I move in with Tommy. I got Tommy and I got Sarah. Tommy was from Atlanta. We started going to Atlanta. Tommy takes me up there to meet his plug. Tommy talks about how he was this and he was that, he was that and he was this. Well, because I got discernment, I already knew that Tommy was a runner. You wasn't no trapper, you a runner. We get up here to Tommy people. I never forget, we get there, we make our transaction. At the end of the night, I'm on the couch sleep, me and Tommy. His friend, I feel somebody rubbing their hands in my clothes. I'm like, what the hell? It's Tommy's friend. He like, get up, I want you. He's like, forget him, I want you. And I'm telling him, man, you don't go on. I don't get down like that. Go ahead. So that morning we wake up, I tell Tommy, come on, we finna go back. We go back, we trapping. One night, me and Tommy, we sitting there, we kicking it, we doing our thing. He praising his homeboy. He this, he that, he that, he this. I said, man, that man don't fool with you. He was trying to get your old lady. I said, while you was there sleep next to me, this man was trying to get you. He was trying to get me. He called his friend. The friend tell him, man, you don't know what to do with her. She out your league. You don't know what to do with her. Yeah, I wanted her. And if she come back by herself, I'm going to get with her every time. I'm going to get her what she need every time. So now we booming. We doing our thing. I go from getting some money to having nothing to now I'm making 10 bands a week. 10 bands a week. I'm talking about his own. I'm getting big girl money. I turned 21. My 21st birthday, I said, I'm finna come back in town. I'm finna shut it down. We come back in town. We go to the Platinum of Birmingham. I had 10 of my best people with me. I bought a stretching limo for the weekend, bought everybody clothes, they party. I'm talking about everything, everybody. I spent like $20,000 this weekend celebrating my 21st birthday. We kicked it so hard, they put us out the plat that night. Like they was hating so bad, they put us out the club. They were like, they doing a little bit too much. We doing our thing. Before we go get the room and do all this stuff, I was in a little what they call a geek shop, a little rental car. I run out of gas. I'm riding through the neighborhood Black used to be in. I run out of gas. I'm like, damn, oh my God, I'm in the wrong spot to run out of gas. A car pulls on the side of me, asking me, do I need some help? Guess who it is? It's Black. He said somebody told me that I was riding through. He was like, get in the car, I'm gonna help you. I was like, man, look here. I don't know what's on your mind, but you just gonna have to do it today. He's like, man, get in the car. I'm sorry. Get in the car, I wanna help you. I get in the car. Now this time I'm keeping me some fire now. Now I know better to have me some firearm too. So I get in the car. He take me to the store. I get the gas. We put it in the car. He leave. He don't bother me. He don't touch me. He apologized for everything he had ever done. I go on about my life. We have my birthday party. We kick it. I go back to the country. We doing our thing. Now, you'll be thinking that the people who are with you are really with you, but they don't always be with you. Sarah and Tommy had to devise the plan to rob me. And they didn't put no gun to my head, but I made one last run, came back, took everything to Sarah's house, got up that morning, finna go take her to go buy a car, everything gone. She hit me for 30,000 cash, everything gone. So now I'm back starting over again. I bring her back to Birmingham. Everybody around me was like, she need to go. She need to go. Everybody around me, like everybody around me was like, she needs to go. Well, I didn't get in the game for that. I got in the game to make some money. My heart ain't in it to unalive nobody. That ain't where my heart is at. I got in the game to make some money. So I ended up giving Sarah some money. I just need you to disappear, man. I just need you to go away. Because if the street finds out, everybody ain't loyal. If the streets find out that I gave you a pass, that's gonna make everybody try to play with me now. Everybody. Everybody gonna try to play with me now if they know that I gave you a pass. So I need you just to go head on. Because I didn't get in the game for that. I ain't getting in the game for that. So now you done hit me, you done brought me back down to my ankles. I'm talking about you done brought me all the way down to my ankles. I never forget, I tried to get a payday loan that day. And I asked, I said, why did you do this to me? She swore up and down, she didn't do nothing. She had nothing to do with it. Girl, you had everything that I had, man, at your house. I've laid my eyes on everything at midnight. Here it is, 6 in the morning, it's all gone. Like for real. But here's the thing: when you in the life, you in the world, you start doing stuff. One time, me and Sarah got broke down in Atlanta, and so I told Sarah, do something that made me feel better. That was my first gay experience. Sarah was good and gay, and so I engaged in sexual relationships with her. I let her put her mouth on me, and what Sarah did, she had did so good. Hell, I done fell in love with Sarah. Trusted that heifer with everything. Trusted her with everything. That's how she was able to get so close up under me and play me like that. So now you done hit me for 30 bands, not counting the work. But you done hit me for 30 bands. You done broke me down. At this point, I'm through. I don't even want to hustle no more. Like, I'm done. And I'm 21 now. Ain't number 21 years old. I'm done. I don't know what part of the game this is. I'm done. I'm done. You stick a fork in this, I'm out. Now, like I said, I got stories for days. So we're going to backtrack now back to when I was 18 and I was working, because this is how God got me out. I was 18 working at a nightclub, and this part of it is so touchy for me. Me and a guy go home. I had bought a duplex then too. I was buying property at that age. I had bought a duplex on the side of town. Me and the guy was going home together. He told me he wanted to give me $500 to be with me. Cool. We get to my house. Before we get to my house, by me being a waitress at the club, I kind of remember what everybody had on, what everybody looked like. When we get to my house, well, before we get to my house, we stop at the store. When he came out the club, he told his cousin to take all his money to the house. He gave all his money to his cousin. He was like, take my money home, take my money home. Now, for years, the guy felt like I set him up. If I had set you up, when I saw you give all your money to your cousin, it would have been called off. You gave all your money to your cousin. There's no need no more. It's a wrap. That was my intention. My intention was because I just bought this duplex. I need the $500. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix it up. I need the $500. We stop at the store. I asked him, do he want anything at the store? He pulled $100 out his pocket and said, get him a bottle of water. I go in the store. I pay for my gas out my money. I bought a water. No, I pay for the gas out his $100 bill. I bought a water out my money. I come back with 420s, $80. I get him the $80. While he pumping my gas, I'm walking across the car. There was a guy driving, but was looking at him the entire time. The guy almost hit me. I slapped the hood of the truck like, hey, pay attention. We get to my house. I had a bad habit about sitting in the car before I get out. We get out the car. As I get ready to stick my key in the door, somebody step over the porch and said, get up. I get down on my knees instantly, like, look, don't kill me. I got a son. You can have everything I got, man. Don't kill me. But he talking crazy to the man. He hit the guy upside the head with the pistol. He said, take your pants off, empty out your pockets. When he emptied out his pockets, the only thing he had in his pockets was them 420s of $80. You was going to try to play me. You wasn't going to give me the $500 we agreed on. You weren't going to give me $100. So I'm looking up at him like, for real? But at the same time, I don't want us to get killed. I'm like, hey, don't hurt him, please. I said, I know you're being disrespectful right now because you talking crazy to the robber. I'm like, don't hurt him. Don't hurt me. So he take the man pants. At the time, I'm a waitress. Everybody know I'm doing my thing. They know I'm hustling. They know I'm getting money. Like they know I'm getting to some money. So I threw my apron on the ground. I said, if you're gonna take my stuff, just let me get my license. And I had to be in court that Monday for driving with no license. The robber kicked my apron, said, I don't even want your little money. I wanted this fuck nigga right here. This is his exact words. Get back off the porch, he gone. I leave, buddy leave. The next day, my friend tell me somebody done kicked my door in. Holy Spirit already showed me who it was. The person who I got robbed with, you kicked my door in. So now, I'm 18, I'm 38 now. For years, you got this vendetta against me thinking that somebody set you up. But I didn't set you up. You used to showboat in the club so hard that people was watching you that night. They was watching you. And I really got caught up in the cross because you come home with me. So I get caught up in the cross. Now years go by, you still in your feelings behind this. So now we get to me being 26. We get to me being 26. I'm still doing my thing. I'm hustling. This young girl, we'll call her TK. She saw me in the club one night and she just kept trying to play up under me. So I took her in. I never had to go to Atlanta to go handle some business. My plug tell me, bring a freak with you. TK, a known freak. I bring her with me. As we start getting closer there and she started hearing his conversation, TK changed the whole story around. Now you the dope girl and I'm the freak. What? Come down here and do what you said you was gonna do, ma'am. We get down there to the house. She done switched up the whole. He looking at me like, "Wow." I'm like, bro, I have no idea, man. 20 miles out, she was on board. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. Let me just holler at you and go. So we leave. We come back. We go to the club. Now get this here because this is where it starts to change. We get to the club that night. We in the club. I see the guy in there. Every time I would see him out and about, I'm like, look, I don't know what type of time you on. I know ain't nobody finna mess with me, so I'm just finna go and get up out of here. You ain't running me off, but you don't know what's on nobody's mind. True. And so I'm just gonna go. I seen him, I never forget. He had them fat braids to the back. He was in all black. Remember that. Fat nappy braids to the back, all black. I go sit in the corner so I can look around. Me and her separates. Holy Spirit tells me later, at that moment when we separate, they got her off to herself and tried to bait her to get me back. But you thinking they just gonna rob me. You don't know, girl, he got a vendetta against me. He got a vendetta against me. He ain't just gonna rob me. But TK a known setup girl. I didn't know that. But she's known for setting folks up. We leave the club. We finna go to another club. That club closed. We pull up on the street. The street light was on. We leave, go to the other club, it's closed. She said she had a pee real bad. We stop at a gas station. It's the nastiest gas station in the hood. Nobody pisses there. You stop in there, you go pee. We get back in the car, we go back to this street light out. We getting out the car. I never forget, she said, make sure my homegirl get in okay. Watch her, make sure she get in okay. Why you gotta make sure I get in okay? All we doing is walking in. We gonna be double dating. Her dude and his brother and me and her. We walking in the house. At the time, I've always wore this short blonde cut. I was smaller. I had 6 gold teeth at the bottom. My necklace is on. I look like money. I'm fine as wine. I'm saying this because when we step in the door, the guy who's supposed to be with me, he don't embrace me. He don't touch me. When he don't embrace me going in the door, right then my senses went off. As soon as I stepped across the threshold, it's a guy laid on the couch with his back to the door in all black with them fat nappy braids to the back. Right then is when the Holy Spirit said, if you let that door close on you, they're going to kill you. I'm thinking I'm tripping because I've been snorting powder, I've been taking X pills, I've been drinking, I've been smoking weed, I'm on D, all the above. I hear it again. If you let that door close on you, they're going to kill you. I said, hold up, y'all. I'm so sorry. I said, man, I left everything in the car. Hey, man, I said, I do this all the time, man. I said, I'm so thrown off. I left everything in the car. That's the only thing I can start thinking of to say. I said, I left everything in the car. Because if you're going to do this, it's all in the car.
Right.
It's all in the car. So I said, let me go get that at the car. It's all in the car. The guy, he was standing in the door. I never forget. He let me go up under him and go out the door. I go out the door. I get in my car. The way I crank up and grabbing my pistol at the same time like this. And I just hit the gas with my head down. And when I get to the end of the block, I shout out, why you keep on keeping me? Why you keep on saving me? Why you just ain't let them kill me? I said, why? I said, you must gonna use me. I said, you must gonna do something with me. You must gonna use me. And I heard him say loud as day, I am. I am. This is on a Wednesday night. On that Thursday, I called hell, facing life and death. On that Friday, I called hell. On that Saturday, I called hell. On that Sunday, I called hell. Every night, I was catching hell, going through it. Till finally that Sunday night, something popped off and I ended up leaving. Town. And when I was gone, I'll never forget, I was sick to my stomach. I took a pregnancy test and I find out that I'm pregnant. I come back in town. I go to the emergency room. They give me a pregnancy test and they confirm it. And the doctor said, I see two. I'm thinking two heads, two hearts. Something wrong with this baby. Like, hold on. Because at the time, I was pro-choice. I'm like, wait a minute. I got to go. I'm finna hit down that road to Tuscaloosa. And the woman said, no, I see two babies. I laid on that bed. I asked God, can I do this? Am I about to do this? Is this what you want from me? And he says, I am. So I leave the hospital. I go to my grandmama's house, my big mama house. I get on my knees for 3 weeks straight and I pray every night. God, if you allow me to suffer no repercussions behind this life, I'm out. I'm done. It's over with. I'll never sell drugs again, Lord. Please allow me to suffer no repercussions behind this life. I'm done. I made a covenant with God right then. Right then. It's over with. It's a wrap. I never will again, God. That night, on that 3rd week that night, it's been so many people that passed away at my grandmama's house. I was laying in the bed on my back, and I looked in the closet and saw 2 red, eerie eyes. When I saw the 2 red, eerie eyes, I got out that bed and got into the other bed with my sister and my baby. I'm laid on my back. That thing jumped out the closet onto my legs and was holding onto my legs. And I looked down, I said, I plead the blood of Jesus against you. I plead the blood of Jesus against you. I plead the blood of Jesus against you. And that thing jumped off my legs back into the closet. But I was done. And I ain't never hustled again. And it ain't nothing that'll make me go back into that life again. That's one thing I never broke with God. I never broke that covenant. And there's nothing that'll make me break that covenant. So what that prompted in me was to continue hustling. I said, I'm gonna do everything I can the right way. Man, I got so many certifications and certificates and degrees. I'm talking about, it's unbelievable. I have a wellness spa. I have a catering business, a meal prep service. I'm a phlebotomist. I'm getting ready to start a drug testing business this month. I'm a Class A CDL driver with tanker endorsements. I'm a certified dental assistant. I've showed over 450 entrepreneurs how to establish business credit. I made $45,000 in 2021 off Facebook with the business credit group. I even help entrepreneurs establish their businesses, get it set up. I started a t-shirt business when the pandemic hit, Kingdom Bling by Ashanti Queen, teaching ladies how to get started in the bling t-shirt business. I mentor now. I go talk to different youths at different schools. In 2019, they had a young lady named Cupcake, a baby. She was kidnapped raped and left her in a dumpster. I helped put on one of the biggest events in Birmingham. I ain't seen nobody yet that showed up and showed out like that event for Cupcake. It brought out over 500 people to the community where she was taken from, the community where my car got set on fire. So I got ties to that community. 500 people came, was fed. I took up donations on my Facebook. The community looked out for me to help me. I also catered her repast at the Boutwell Auditorium. Over 300 people came. I cooked for those 300 people in my house, in my kitchen. God He's made my name great in so many ways. I've had people to try to scandalize, tear it down behind the scenes. It never comes to my doorstep.
Right.
But I just know it because I know that a prophet is never honored for real in his hometown.
That's true.
But when your way pleases the Lord, He'll make even your enemies to be at peace with you.
That's right. That's right.
To this day, I still see the young man who's got the vendetta. And one day in 2019, I prayed so hard for him in my prayer closet. I said, God, I would love to see him and just tell him, man, it wasn't me. Like, you got to let this thing go. It wasn't me. One night I was out door dashing. Now, you talk about somebody made 10 bands a week and now she out door dashing. Oh, I'm good at humble. I'll take 2 orders and
right.
all I'm trying to do is never go back to where I come from.
That's true.
I was out door dashing and ran into this man. And I cornered him in the chicken shack. I didn't have my pistol on me. I'm like, oh, Lord. And when he walked by, I heard the Holy Spirit say, there's your chance. And he had his hands full. And I told him, I said, hey, man, for years, man, you've been trying to come up against me. I said, you can't find out one person that got nothing bad to say about me, can you? He was like, nah. I said, you ain't. Because it's not my character. I said, I get my own money. I'm getting my own money then, man. I'm getting my own money now. And so I remember he said, I know Ashanti. He called my name. I'm so glad you know. I said, because I'm not going to be worried about you no more, man. I'm not going to be worried about you no more. I'm telling you now. I'm not going to be worried about you no more. And it took years for me to be able to even have those few words. That's why I say, well, I don't fear nobody but God. I don't fear, man. I don't fear nobody but God. Because that worst fear had came before me. Because once again, you don't know what be on people's mind.
That's true.
But I know I ain't going to go until God says so. Because I got work to do. He told me he was going to use me. I got work to do. And when you got a work to do, ain't no weapon formed against you going to prosper. Not for real, it won't work. But you got to know who you are and whose you are.
That's right. That's right. You know, you went through a lot, Ashanti, and just hear you sharing your story with everyone on this platform means a lot. Because you never know you went through that stuff. And like I said, you know, with your parents, you know, your dad, Navy, mother, real estate. And when people read your bio and you tell them how you got caught into the drugs and then the lifestyle, it's hard for them to resonate. Like they probably ask questions like, how did you end up in that? And your dad, military, your mother, real estate. You probably great neighborhood and close knit family, but it went to that. That's why. That's like really something. And you still here to this day, sharing this story with numerous times. You would not be here, but by the grace of God, you still here, and you chose the time as still to share your story with the world. And I applaud you for doing that.
Thank you. I told God if He gave me another shot, another chance at life, that I would be more obedient than disobedient.
Right.
And what people don't fail to realize, we're saved by our testimony. I'm not ashamed of anything that I've been through or anything that I've done. I'm not ashamed of it. It all had to happen. Like I said, there's 90 more stories that you ain't even got. You understand me? Because I really lived, like, for real.
Right.
I'm familiar with Mobile. I've been down in Pritchard before. You understand me?
Okay. Yeah, that's my area.
Okay, so so I got. I'm telling you, man, that Pritchard story is something else. It's
Pritchard,
something else.
Trinity Garden, Decima, all them areas and stuff like that, down the bay.
So and they get it in down there. They get it in on that water. And so I got one hell of a Pritchard story. So like I said, I've been around. I've been around, and I can't thank God enough. And people, I'm so humble now to where when you look at me, you would never be able to tell unless I told you.
That's true. That's true. That's so true.
But I've been on all walks.
But I'm glad you came on here, and I know you posted about sharing your story, and I responded, and we made a connection. And you came on the show to share your story, and that's what the podcast is all about. In extraordinary interviews as yourself to just come in here and share your story that you touch a lot of people. Just the comment section, the questions. Asking you to go make a book. Even Miss Jones said the stuff you were saying. It sound like a movie that you never know that this stuff is happening in real life. This kind of stuff we see on the big screen, but this stuff is going on every day. And you hear somebody once they open their mouth and share the things they went through, what they experienced, what they overcame today, that wow, that's something.
I just want to encourage somebody to like come up out. It's a lot of women. I'm called to women who have been through the struggle, women who have been in the streets, women who have been in the game. That's who I'm called to. Women and children. And I just want to encourage any queen, like, baby, that money ain't all that. I'm telling you, it ain't all that. When you've been licking down barrels of guns, man, and you done had your life on the line, I'd have been held hostage. I'd have been robbed. I'd have been held at gunpoint, man. Like, and it was nothing but the grace of God giving me the gift of gab to be able to speak right into that moment, to know what to say. You might not know what to say in that moment. You know what I'm saying? You might not. You might be so scared you don't even know what to say to your attacker right then to get up out of there. And then you might do, but the next time might not be the time you get up out of it. It just might be these folks really killing people nowadays. Like they really. But real, to God be the glory. I don't take no credit for nothing. Do you hear me? Because if I had my way, chap, be a go-go dance in Vegas somewhere. If I had my way, okay. So I give all the glory to God, like all of it. And we are saved by our testimonies. He didn't bring you through something for you to keep it to yourself. Folks be so ashamed of what they've been through. Man, you would be surprised who needs to come up out of what you done been delivered from. You
That's
would
true.
be surprised if only they heard it from you.
That's true.
They be saying,
And
dang, she went through that.
you mentioned that the transparency, and we're in the generation where people are addressing the elephant in the room per se. That they're being open on in the Bible. The Bible said Adam and Eve was naked and unashamed. And I know we're in the era now where we're becoming naked and unashamed. Because at one time we was ashamed to share our story. We was ashamed to let someone know what we've been through, what we faced, what we dealt with, because we didn't want to be judged by people, looked down upon people. Now it's that we're being humble now, taking off the mask and being real. People still struggle with that. But you have individuals now who are being naked and unashamed. Because when you're naked, you show everything. You expose. You can't hide no when you're naked.
I
Everything's
know.
open. But that's how God wants us to be. He wants us to be naked and unashamed. And this is what I've been through. This is what I dealt with. This is what I faced. And to embrace it, not to look down on nobody, not to judge nobody, but say, wow, that this woman has a story. She still is telling her story. A lot of people who walked in your shoe or been in your shoes never made it out. But by the grace of God, you did. Near death
We
experiences,
praise
and you
God for
still
it.
here.
Still here.
And I know that
Still
just
here.
listen to your story. I mean, there's some dark times, no cloudy days, no sunshine at all, no rainbow, no peace. Just how could at that time, how could you sleep at night going through them time, or you was just I know your mind constantly going paranoia, no knowing what he finna do, who coming in on me or your child. Um,
Well, I wasn't. So when I was hustling, I was loved though. Like I
mhm,
was really loved in the streets. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was
right.
known for putting people on, put people in position. So I got a lot of love in the streets, but it would be times when I would go out, if I'm out partying, that I would, have to look over my shoulder because you never know who trying to plot up on me this time, who trying to get close to me this time. When I would meet guys, I never knew if they liked it me for me or for my hustle. Because I knew girls that put their guy cousins on me. Like, oh, she's sweet. Like she's sweet. And not knowing, I know your cousin just came home. I know he went to prison for selling dope. So when he get home, he gonna still be selling dope. Well, I got to work. I'm gonna put your cousin on because that means I ain't got to do that much. You think a cousin finna play me? No, we gonna play together. So I was 2 steps ahead of a lot of the foolery. And that was only because of God giving me wisdom and discernment, even while I was out there doing what I was doing. God was always with me.
So did you ever sleep with your pistol at all besides that night?
Yeah, I still sleep with it now. I'm trying to look around now. That thing close by somewhere.
I mean, just
Yeah.
being real and being honest, and that's what we like here on the show.
Oh yeah, yeah. All the time. Yeah. And then, man, look at here, man. Y'all boy. When I said that weekend each day I went through some stuff, I left all the rest of those nights out, man. One of them nights I was at home and I had to came home, cut all the lights off, open the doors. I would lay on the floor with that thing, like whoever hit this door, they gonna die. So I'm
Hmm.
just like, yeah, I man, God's so good. I had somebody give me the wrong drugs one time. Told me it was Molly and it was ice. And for a whole weekend, I was out of my mind. Me and him was going to war with each other. Like one of my friends had to have his pastor and his mama, his big mama pray. God has always had praying people around me to whenever the enemy tried to hold on to me real tough, they would pray that thing away. And these strangers kept me at their house for a weekend straight. And they anointed me and they prayed over me. And when I say they broke that thing off of me. So I've had moments like that. It wasn't always like that, but I had moments like that where I was being tormented mentally, like, oh my God, like what part of this is this? What part of this is this? I've been followed home before. Like I've known that somebody was following me and I took their butt 30 minutes down the road. Like for real. So yeah, I had moments like that. It wasn't always like that, but I had moments like that. And it do be, it wasn't so much as scary because I'm already in my mind like what I'm gonna do. We just gonna shoot it out right here. But I thank God that 10 years later, my twins will be 11 this month, and it's been 11 years since I ain't been in that life. And I'm so glad I ain't got to look over my shoulder anymore. I'm so
I
glad
agree.
that like I don't even be where they be. I'm so scary. I don't know who do what, where they at. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you nothing. Nothing.
Well, I said,
And I
thank God
thank
you
God.
still here. That you still here. I know about great to get off the air tonight, and I appreciate you. I really do. So, Ashanti, how can individuals follow you, support the work you're doing? How can they get in contact with you?
So I got somebody working with me behind the scenes. I'm getting ready to launch a street ministry. God has been calling me to it. And
Okay.
like I said, I do a lot of what God say, and then sometimes I don't be doing it. And when I don't do it, that's when He whoop me. Yeah, and so this year I'm gonna write the book. This year I'm gonna launch the street ministry. Right now I'm on Facebook, Ashanti Clifton. I also have Ashanti Queen page. I'm on Instagram, Ashanti Queen. Queen is spelled with 3 E's. I have two business pages on Facebook, Woke and Healthy Wellness Spa, WOKEAND Healthy Wellness Spa, and then my catering company, Garma J Catering Company, GARMAJA. It's not Gramaja, it's Garmaja. So yeah, Garmaja Catering Company, Facebook, Woken Healthy Wellness Spa, Facebook, Ashanti Clifton, Facebook, Ashanti Queen, Instagram, Queen spelled with 3 E's. And just reach out to me, man. I love God. I love people. I love all God's people. I'm not perfect by a long shot, but ooh, I done came a mighty long way. And it would only behoove you to stay connected to me, telling you.
Hey, you heard it here first. Exclusive interview, no uncut, no holds bar. I appreciate you, Ashanti, again for sharing your story, being transparent, not holding anything back, being honest, being naked and unashamed with your story. And we know you overcome by the power of our testimony. So I appreciate you. Let me ask you this before we get to the air. Do you have any words of wisdom, any sign of advice for the listening audience here that's listening to us? We live streaming right now.
Y'all, don't be ashamed of anything that you've ever been through. I'd rather be judged by God than to be judged by man any day. Put God first. Do not fear man. Only fear God. I'm telling you because it can't happen unless God says so. And that's concerning everything in your life. Put God back into whatever it is that you are doing. Put Him back into it. I'm telling you. And just strive every day to be a better person than you was yesterday. Help somebody, teach somebody, reach somebody, give, be a good steward over your money, tithe, sow. You can't get nothing back if your hands is like this. Release it. I'm telling you, it's gonna come back 100-fold.
And that's what's up right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to have a great Tuesday night. We're about to leave out with some good music. And we want you to enjoy your Tuesday evening. Be blessed, be prosperous, be focused. And most important, I thank you, Ashanti, again. And like I said, we out this day. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. So, y'all have a great night. We're going to leave out with the song by Harvest. Harvest is a local gospel artist here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The name on the song is called In Love, because think about what the scripture says. God's love is perfect, and we know that his love casts out fear. Y'all have a great night there, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out.
Thank y'all.
You said you love me. Now I know what love is. Ain't nobody stop your love. Stop your love. 'Cause you know me. All my hopes, all my fears. Still you chose me. I'm in love. Now I don't know what you've been told, but all I know is that his love is worth more than gold. See, it took a while for me to understand, but a love like this is in high demand. You know my flaws, but yet you still love me. Know what love is. Ain't nobody stop your love. Stop your love. 'Cause you know me. All my hopes and all my fears. Still you chose me. I'm in love. I'm in love. If you turn your back on him, he's still on your side. Always keep it real with you, and that's no lie. Won't give up the fight. I know I'ma survive. Now I got God on my side. God on my side. I was down and he got me up. On the ground, no faith, I thought I was stuck. Now the devil see us winning and we got him shook. You know it's our season, we gon' run it up. Gotta love my sister and love my brother. Cause in this word, it teaches us we gotta love each other. Really absurd if we can't look beyond each other's colors. Choose to prefer to show love for one another. We need to come together. Now I know what love is. Nobody stop your love. Stop your love. 'Cause you know me. All my hope and all my fears. You chose me. I'm in love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in love. So in love. I'm in love. So in love with you, with you, with you, with you, with you. I'm in love with you, with you, with you, with you, with you.